Welcome back to Studio Chatter. It may feel like it's still summer, but fall is coming in fast. Have you got plans for your yard? To help give you a start, let's welcome Travis and Stephanie Knoop from the Laughing Owl Greenhouses to the table.
Some of our favorites.
Welcome
back. Flowers.
Thank you.
We're so excited.
Well, 'tis the season to have you back.
Well, we love to add that color after, especially the heat and everything starts turning brown. We're ready for everything to bloom back up and make our yards look lively and wonderful and exciting.
Send us off into winter with beautiful yards.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Till that frost.
These are the best colors, in my opinion.
They are
I
beautiful.
love the purples.
So one thing we're gonna do this fall is we're having fall building your own fall planter classes.
Oh my
so I
gosh.
think for a lot of people, I know for me, Travis, he can grab everything, throw it in a pot, and it's gonna look amazing. I have to have a plan. So I love for someone to just say, this is where you start, this is where you can
Okay.
go, and really, there's no wrong way to do it. But for me, I like to kind of find my inspiration. I like to look at Pinterest and build it.
Really? I'm more with Travis.
Where he like throws it in.
We don't like Pinterest people.
Yes, I am a Pinterest person. Show me what to do, and I will do it. But
You're going to
Travis,
build a
you can
pot
throw it
from
in.
Pinterest inspiration?
Yeah,
Oh my, that's so much work.
or our marinades. Sometimes I
I need
have
a
a much
plan.
bigger mess after
mine
I've
would be a
pulled
mess.
all my inspiration. Travis like, no. But-
Well, let's see
No,
what you come up
I
with.
don't do that.
So no. So what we're gonna do is we have some planters that already are made, but sometimes it is the fun of finding your own flowers and building it. So what we're gonna do is kind of recreate the same planter, and Travis is gonna just talk us through what that's gonna look like. One thing I love about our planters is we have some perennials in there. So these are gonna be plants that come back year after year. One thing I love about that is that when my planters are done in the fall, when it comes winter time, I will take those plants out once my mums are like fully bloomed and they've gotten all their wear out of them. I will take them out and I'll put them somewhere in my garden. I'll put them somewhere else, and usually they'll come back either in the spring, they'll come back in the fall, but then I have just this surprise of color. Whereas a lot of people just toss them afterwards. So rather than tossing your planters, find all the perennials, replant them.
I've been doing that the last 2 years, and it is
That's
a sweet
exciting.
surprise.
Yes.
Well, not only that, but some of the summer bloomers that we all bought, the spring and summer ones, are gone.
Yeah.
So then you get that. I love the fall ones because I have one or two. I'm like, oh, there is hope. There's
good.
color.
Well, and if you have planters that are looking great from the spring, or maybe there's some spots that aren't looking so great, come pick up a flower and just insert it. Or we have 4-inch mums. You can take a little mum, just stick it in there and turn it, really recreate it and let it last as long as you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
That's the beauty about the planters, is it's kind of like a Lego block series, right? So if one plant dies, it's okay, just pop it out, get a fresh one, stick it right back in,
Oh,
and
okay.
you got a nice fresh planter again. So yeah, we
I
like
love
that.
it.
So we're gonna start with, we have our fillers, our thrillers, and our spillers. So I'm gonna let Travis take it away with our mum planter.
Okay. Yeah, so the idea for the fall is basically we love to expand our growing season. You know, me as a small business owner is like, how can you maximize getting more flowers and help beautify the area that we're going in before we go into winter? Fall is an excellent time frame for us to bring in fall color and just kind of give your home that last pop of color. And one thing that I like is like, what's the primary focal point that you want as part of your fall planter? It's always going to be the chrysanthemum, the mum itself, the hardy mum. The mums that we grow, they're a hardy perennial mum that grow excellent here in Utah. So you want that to kind of be like your primary viewpoint. So this right here, it's the filler, thriller, and spiller concept applies, but you also, to make it a little bit different, you want one primary focal point. And so that's why we're choosing this mum today. Then after that, behind it, I like to put in my thrillers. Now the thrillers are definitely your plants that kind of give it the pop, the color that's going to draw your eye to the entire planter. So something that's tall and something that's kind of impactful. So here we've chosen a basil. This is a red purple basil. And it doesn't have to be a flower. It can actually be an herb because you can see it produces
flowering,
a pretty
yeah.
flower.
Now, this is a perennial then, right?
No,
Or
this one is
isn't?
not. No.
Okay, is this one?
So this one is, yes, this is your fuchsias. These will come back. So, and then we also have the rudbeckia right here. This is the rudbeckia. It's a rustic Toto rudbeckia. This right here is also a perennial. So this is something that you want to
Kind of
stick.
look like the
Black Eyed Susans.
does?
Same family.
I called them
yeah.
a lazy eye Susan one day. I realized that was wrong. It's not a lazy eye Susan.
Oh,
So, yeah, so it is. That's the common name. People will call it the black-eyed Susan.
Okay.
But yeah, it's funny. So what I'm doing here is I'm like, okay, I know that if my wall is here, I'm going to have this kind of against the wall. So I'm adjusting this because I kind of like the tiered look, that
Yeah.
kind
Yes.
of tiered shape.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come here. I'm going to put
flow.
this purple basil here towards the back. We got the fuchsia, and let's see. Let's take a look at this celosia. Probably the celosia. I'm going to put it right here in the front, just because it's a little
Right.
shorter,
Yeah.
right?
Will that come
So-
back?
This, okay, so the basil and the celosia will technically come back because it's going to spread its seed. So the seed will come back, it'll overwinter in the soil and it'll grow back up. So yeah,
this
but
is so gorgeous.
I
Yes.
love that.
this one
You
actually
know I
comes
do.
out of Australia. So
Really?
yeah, this particular variety was actually found in the outback, and so they've kind of, the breeder brought it in and they've started playing with it, and this is kind of the version that we have today.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then this is another one of mine. This is a proven winner, Coleus. We do like using kind of like your higher genetics when it comes to building these planters, because it's an investment, right? These planters are something that you're going to want to invest in because you want to have superior genetics that are going to give you good pops of color that's solid all year, that are your top performers. So we like to use, superior genetics when it comes to our planters. So don't think that when, we're planting your high-end planters, we're using seeded items. We're actually using plugs that have been bred for superior genetics. So that way, they're top performers for you.
Okay.
I never thought of that as, dog breeders and stuff.
Right.
A high performer plant breeder. I like that.
Yep. So I went to school for many years to learn to say that, So
That sounded
Do it.
good, Travis.
thank you.
Very official.
So here, I'm going to adjust this mum a little bit. You can see how this part's a little bit taller, that one. So I'm going to adjust it, angle it down, just
You
like
might need
that.
our help, Stephanie.
I know.
So
Do
I
you
know.
need these up front?
Not yet.
I love that.
Oh my
So-
gosh, I'm jumping the gun.
The
See?
Because you're
idea,
excited.
the idea is to get the big guns in first, right?
Oh.
And then you use those as like your fillers, right?
So that's your spiller?
So this right here is actually filler. So this is going to be like
That's
a
Another
sub, like a sub focal point.
I love
Right.
that one.
So this
love
is your
that one also.
ornamental cabbage on this one. And then now we've got this whole front. So what I love about this front is that you guys can do whatever you want. This is where the creativity comes in. You can actually use, this is Swiss chard out of our gardens. You can use that for pops of color, just to
Oh,
kind of
that's
add as a
gorgeous.
filler.
Actually going to ask if we could eat that.
You sure can. And then here we have the ivy.
Oh, I
Put
love
ivies in
the
there.
Have that
ivy
kind of
too,
spilling
yes.
over.
And then, of course, you can't go wrong with the pansies.
Pansies.
Yeah, because the pansies are definitely cold tolerant, so they can take hard freezes.
They're not really a pansy when we think of what a pansy is.
I know.
Backwards
Yeah.
name.
Somebody calls you a pansy, you take it as a compliment.
Say, hey,
because they're
they
tough.
made it through the snow
Because our
and
pansies the one
everything.
we plant in the fall?
Yeah.
I haven't done
They come up in
pansies
the
in years.
spring.
Yeah.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, we're going to change that
Do
this
you know
year.
why? It's because by now I'm wiped out.
Well,
I don't even want to water a pot anymore.
well, let us be the ibuprofen in your headache. We'll take care of that for you. So,
He's
but
going to be my.
Well, and while he's putting those last few in, what I love about these fall planters is you could start out with pumpkins, put some pumpkins in there, and then maybe it's getting close to Halloween and you're like, well, I just want to throw something cute in there. You throw some Halloween decor in there. You can really spice up, add some little scarecrows in there, and you can make it your own. And what's exciting is our pumpkins are actually, we have pumpkins growing at the greenhouse for our fall festival. So the last Saturday of September and the first 3 Saturdays in October.
Yep.
We have a fall festival, we have bounce houses, we have little tri-ups. But especially when you have kids that are little, it's going to be really geared for 10 and under. We'll have cotton candy,
Oh my
so all those fun things where parents can just say, go play, and I can go shop, or I can just hang out. We have like a lounging area, but just a place where you can relax on Saturdays,
fun.
enjoy your friends and family, and let the kids play in a safe spot.
I love
You guys,
that.
this is fun.
Yeah.
This is
Thank
exciting.
you.
And I know you left everything in the pots. But we normally take those out, or
That's
if we're a
correct.
lazier bunch, we could leave them in the pot.
Technically, you could, because then if it did die, then all you got to do is pop
Oh.
the pot out and put the new one in. So I was saying, let us be the ibuprofen to your headache.
It's gorgeous.
But it's a little awkward. I mean, I would play with it a little bit more if I had a little bit more time, but this is, kind of the
Okay.
idea of what it would look
Thank
like.
you.
I love that so much.
Okay, so you have cooking, cut flowers, bounce houses, farmers market type for the last Saturday, first 3 Saturdays
Yeah.
in October, fall festival.
We'll have the petting zoos, the hay rides.
Come get your pansies if you want to plant them throughout your yard.
Little pumpkins.
Yep, and all of our
gosh, all
information
of
about everything going on is all on our Instagram. So if you're not sure, if you can't remember, just go to our
Okay.
Instagram. It's all over there.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys,
As
good
usual,
luck.
you're
Thank you.
fantastic. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Coming up next on Studio Chatter, we'll talk about the cost of school lunches.